Alright, guys, welcome back to another episode of Infinity Skyblock. Uh, as you may have noticed, got all different stuff now. I fell into the void. Yeah, I made a better pickaxe, and I had to nerd pull up to get something, and when I was mining back down, I accidentally mined straight through the floor and fell into the void. Luckily, I didn't have anything that was, irreplaceable on me. It was just, tools and stuff like that. So real quick, I replaced everything, and honestly, most of it's upgraded. So, there's that. Um, I did change these to caches, which not only do they look better, but they cooperate with the transfer node, or the sorting pipes. So what I did is over here I put a transfer node onto the vacuum hopper, and I threw three breadth first search upgrades in so that they search up and down. It doesn't work all the time, but it's pretty reliable. I mean, it's just occasionally I'll get a creeper skull or something in there. And as you can tell, I have moved so much over to this side of the base because I want this to be like the central part of the base. And then over here I'm going to start doing some sort of magic. I'm not sure which one I need to start with, but it's gonna be a work in progress. Ooh, I can finally get some clippings off of this. I got the Ferranium seeds going. Oh, really? Please? Thank you. But they do not cooperate with bone meal at all. Like, if I got some bone meal, I can just spam it all day long. It's not going to do a thing to it. I don't know if there's any other kind of fertilizer. Industrial craft, forestry, botania, mine factory. That's Steve's cards. Yeah, so oops. Let me get back to what I was on. I'm trying to get kiwis right now because I want to get fruit bait for those animal traps over there. I think the fruit bait works in them. If not, oh well. Big whoop. And I set these up. I've got a lot of creosote. Like, I don't think I'm going to ever use all of that. So I set up a little void system on it, which they wooden fluid pipe, void fluid pipe, and a basic gate that has an autarkic pulsar built into it. I've got one of them. I've got plenty of them sitting over here. Yeah, compatible wires, red, installed expansions, autarkic pulsar, and it's fairly simple. You put it into the integration table with a pulsating chipset right there. Come on, scroll back to it, please. There it is. And that's just redstone and an ender pearl. It does cost 400,000 RF, but it gives you 2 per, so it's kind of like 200,000 for each. And I did do like I said and got the magma crucible with fluid transposer, and I tried to put those the glowstone illuminators up there, but I didn't take into account the fact that they are transparent mostly. So I just went up there and threw down some redstone lamps, vanilla stuff. But then I got the wireless transmitter, and there's a receiver up there with more of this red alloy wire. And right now it's on, but if I switched it off, waited a few seconds, they're going to start spawning. And they should be spawned by now. And you'll see they'll start dropping any moment now. It's a really convenient system because I get tired of like always having to come back and clear it out like every 2-3 minutes. So, just one of those, you know, comfort kind of things. They're not spawning right at the moment, and I'm not sure why. I know it works because I've tested it out a few times. Maybe something's wrong up top. Could be. I might have to go back up there and check it out. Really don't want to, but it's whatever. That's probably full by now. Oh, it has to be. It's been sitting there for like 5-10 minutes. You walk so slowly with this. And this is kind of a, well, it's a good setup. I got the pulverizer set to pump out everything into this auto compressor, so I'm getting the compressed sand and compressed gravel. There we go. And the item duct is set to whitelist only the gravel. Whoops. I accidentally click on it all the time with food. But yeah, and that's going to get us all of our resources. And one thing I've noticed about this auto heavy sieve is that the rare things like an emerald or diamonds, from the sand, I see a lot more electrotine. It seems to up the odds of getting those rare resources, which is amazing because I got really sick and tired of strawberry. Yeah, not what I wanted. I got really sick and tired of having to go through like 6 stacks of each thing just to get like 3 electrotine or 2 diamonds, stuff like that. So that's going to help us out a lot. And at the moment, I'm not doing the solar panels for the electrotine. I need it for something else. I can't remember right offhand what it is because I've got so many things going on. What with moving all of this stuff over to here, and I put in these compacting drawers so that I can pull out, let me just clear a little bit of space here. So if I want, I can pull out a block or a piece. And I can do that with any of these. So that's a real big advantage on that. And maybe once I get like an excessive amount of ingots and stuff, I'll do that to them as well. Which I might actually be getting to that point. Because I ran this pretty heavy. Yeah, I got a lot in there. But yeah, the integration table is a similar recipe to the assembly table. It requires the diamond gear, a redstone chipset, which is just a piece of redstone in the assembly table, and a gold ingot, and then you got your obsidian there. Keep going off of that. But you'll need that to make your gates and all that. I mean, I'm not too good with gates, but I know some of the more basic ones. And I probably won't get too far into them, just because it's not something I understand all that well. But this over here is an awesome little thing. I've got this hooked up to the water mill, and this external heater, if you don't know, in immersive engineering, will heat up a furnace for you. So yeah, I'll just take 8 of this cobblestone, drop it in there, no fuel. It's using the heat from the energy provided by the water wheel, and as you can see, it's actually moving faster than a normal furnace would. I think it moves about 30 to 50% faster. So, every little bit of an improvement is a really good improvement for me. I gotta figure out something to do with these glowstone illuminators. I don't know. I might use them as lighting through here. Yeah, I think I will. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pop them down and see how they look. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty neat. And of course, with these, you can just right-click on them with your crescent hammer, and you can toggle them. I don't know what that means. this off. Always on. For some reason it looks... No, that's just me. I thought it looked brighter for some reason. But yeah, as you can see, we've probably only ran through like 3 or 4, and we've got 4 coal, 4 apatite, 4 lapis, and 2 emeralds. So we're definitely getting a higher return for what we're putting in, as opposed to just, you know, slapping them through a heavy oak sieve. So, you know, if you can afford the energy for them, I would strongly suggest doing it, because especially early on, you know, those resources are going to come in so handy. And I'm going to make another pickaxe so I can get this silky jewel on there. There's not a whole lot to be done with silk touch, but it will come in handy from time to time, like when I'm planting and moving these resource crops, because obviously if I just picked this lapis, I would just get lapis pieces. So it gives you the opportunity to move around your farm a little bit and resituate things. Have you turned into something? There's still strawberries. Dang it. I really want kiwis. Like, of all the fruits that I could pick to get the fruit bait, I want kiwis the most. I don't know, just a personal preference, I guess. But yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is quick find like some black blocks to put through here, because I think they'll look really awesome with these glowstone illuminators. I know I'm thinking about how it'll look for once. Oh no. Yeah, I'll be back. Alright, I looked into a few different options, and as it stands right now, it's not gonna be something we can get into. But in between episodes, fortunately, I put all of this into the chest before I dropped myself into the void, because I didn't want to waste those ender pearls, because I've got 10, 8, 18 there, and I've got 14 here, so considerable amount of ender pearls went into all that. And that's what I've been using the electrotine for, because the recipe for this, why does everything have to use electrotine? This is going along well. Diamond. Okay. I was waiting on that. You guys are probably gonna hate me for this. But... oops. Nope. I need to make blocks of diamonds first. I know, I'm using all of my diamonds. Whatever. We can get more. I need this. I really do. This is going to make life so much easier, because I build out platforms and I just get so tired of it very quickly, and I really need to set up an orchard again, because obviously this is where my orchard was. Like, I think it started right around here. And obviously I didn't want to have an orchard right in the middle of all of my machines and storage and all of that. So I think I'm going to set it up right over there. So first order of business is to put that steel back away. And I'm going to build out, I'm going to make an orchard. Just keep doing that for some reason. Oh, and another thing that I'm going to work on is a soul sand, like an automated soul sand thing. Which means yeah. this. First, I'm gonna take that out though. Don't think that this has a valid inventory for any of that. Oh, it didn't even try to connect. Oh, that's because it's configured to all sides, no input, output, anything. It's just configured default none on all sides. And I'm gonna actually, because I like the way they look and they're relatively cheap, I'm just gonna drop a cache underneath it. Just like that. And obviously I think I'm gonna let it run through some more sand first because I want to recoup some of that electrotine. And we're doing we still got plenty to go. Plenty. But yeah, I'm gonna build out the orchard. I'm gonna start probably right over here. I'll do the soul sand setup. Yeah, definitely. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'll be back because this is gonna be a lot of crafting and then just building, and it's gonna be boring. So I'll be back once I've got the majority of it set up. Alright. Oh man, that was so much easier with a builder's wand. And that's almost grown. Honestly, I might make like a much bigger orchard. I'm not 100% sure yet though, and I might also do different types of trees because, like, yeah, this area over here is going to be very industrial, but I wouldn't mind having like a house on this platform somewhere, probably over there, because all of that stuff is gonna it's gonna be done for very soon. But I got ourselves an aqueous accumulator. I need a chest. And obviously I need a ton of servos. Chest, there we are. Switch some things around. Pop the chest there. Now, one thing you want to pay attention to is that these barrels are somewhat picky. They'll only accept items from the top, and they'll only let you take items out from the bottom. So, that's something you're going to want to keep in mind when you build this when you build this kind of setup. And just pop that down, and we're getting water. They're all filling up, and as soon as they reach the point where they're full, they'll start converting into witch water because I already planted the ancient spores, I think they are. And, yep, transforming. Did everything right. Hallelujah. Now, there's one thing that, like, I could overlook it for now, but I think I should really get on it, is a jetpack. Now, there's a lot of different ones in this pack, and obviously I would want to go with the Simply Jetpacks mod. That's not terrible. Leadstone flux ducts are cheap. There's where we're going to run into problems. That's a stack of coal. So we'd need 2 of these, so that's 2 stacks of coal. I don't have 2 stacks of coal. Not even close. Well, let's see. Actually, I do. Well, that's awkward. I guess I will make this one. But let's go ahead and take a look at what all else it needs. Thankfully, because we had those animal traps, we have the leather. Because I know definitely I'm too close, especially right here, for them to spawn. So, leadstone flux ducts, these are the ones with gold. Steam dynamos, so that's going to be a lot of copper. That's silver and redstone chipsets. Are those the only redstone chipsets that I'll need? Yeah, it looks like. So I only need 2 of them, and I'm pretty sure, yep, got plenty. So that's going to get all of our coal ready for us, and fortunately we get the byproduct sulfur, and let's see, oops, wrong thing, 3 electrotine, lead, copper, sulfur. Do I even have, nope, nope. But once this is done cycling through, I can start making the electrotine. I mean, I could do it right now, but I'd rather do it systematically. Work all of the gravel through and then work the sand through. I'm a little particular about things, but we can go ahead and make this. Oh, that's easy. 2, and then leather will be in here somewhere. Alright, what else can I craft right now? I could get the 8 copper gears that I'm going to need. That would be 16 copper. And what else am I going to need? I'll need 2 of these, 2 of these. Hell, just grab a whole stack of that. So, 2 silver, 2 gold. I'm gonna cut, I mean, you guys saw all the recipes. I'm gonna cut now and come back when I've got the jetpack ready-ish. Alright, only a few hours later, and I've got everything that I need to make the jetpack. So we'll no longer have to worry about falling into the void. Ah, beautiful. And since I do want to feel protected, I'm going to go ahead and armor it up. I don't think that we have what's necessary for this one. Yeah, see, we need to make uranium-238. Which means we would need a thermal centrifuge. I think that's the only way to get it. And I wouldn't want to just go with a thermal centrifuge. I'd want to go with a ore washing plant mixed with a thermal centrifuge. So it's one of those things, you know. How do you... I know you can... There we go. Now I need to make an energetic infuser. I need to make more of these iron chipsets. In fact, I'll set up a couple of them to go right now. 3 ought to do for a while. Of course, they are expensive. 200,000 RF, so that's going to drain our reserve power probably entirely, so I'll be back once I've got the energetic infuser and an idea of what I want to do next. Alright, basically I'm just waiting on the machine frame, but the energetic infuser is a pretty simple and straightforward recipe. You got your machine frame there, the silver coils there and there, the gold coil there, a couple copper gears, and just a leadstone energy cell frame. Oh yeah, I threw some covers down here because this thing was hurting me really bad. Like, I'll show you. If I jump... No, apparently not. Apparently it's only that bottom rope, but it'll do like, I don't know, 4 hearts, 3 or 4 hearts worth of damage. And, yep, just like that. I guess I need to do it on all the other sides as well. I'll do that in a minute or two. But I've got this thing, I've got 10 stacks. Like, yeah, I would like to fill it all the way up, but I doubt I'll even ever go through 10 stacks of creosote oil bottles. So I'll show you how this works. This is the basic gate, and I've got, like I said, yeah, I think earlier I said that it's got the it's got the pulsar thing. Let's see, fluid in tank. Now this isn't a tank, obviously, but it's going to register that there's fluid in there. Energy pulsar. Now what that's going to do is it's going to say, hey, there's fluid in here. Why don't I go ahead and start sending a signal through this wooden fluid pipe, and then it pulls fluid out, of course, and then it sends it into this void fluid pipe, which just, it deletes it. Forever, gone, bye-bye. So now we've got the ability to just endlessly make coal coke and not have to worry about, oh, I gotta stick more bottles in there, I gotta take bottles out. So that's where I stand on that. I tried setting up a little transfer node here, but I guess the crude blast furnace just does not cooperate with any sort of item moving. How are you doing? Are you even close? A little over halfway. But I'll be back once I've got that. I think I'll just pop it down right there. Yeah, there. That'll work fine. And it's almost nighttime. I am gonna make a second machine frame as soon as I've got the as soon as I've got the steel for it. Which actually I might have it right now. Yes, I do. I've been making steel kind of as needed because I don't want to run out of iron. I suppose I could just start mass propping steel, because I want a big reactor. Like, don't get me wrong, the solar and the water wheel are doing just fine. It's honestly all that we need, but I wouldn't mind having like a massive power like backup, something I can just flip on and it generates all the power I'm going to need for a while. Like, say I'm running that pulverizer, the induction smelter, and I'm doing the assembly table. I want something that can crank out some better power than that, because that uses 40 RF per tick, this uses 5 RF per tick per operation, and I keep clicking on it with food, and this uses 40 RF per tick. And oh yeah, before somebody mentions it, yes, I know I could have saved out a ton of steel by just going with the sieve right next to the pulverizer, but eventually I want to upgrade the pulverizer to resonant, pop all 3 of the speed upgrades into it, so it would have started running faster than this auto heavy sieve could work. Oh, it looks like our energy frame, or our energy frame. Wow, maybe it's time I took a nap. Looks like our machine frame is done, which is fantastic. Honestly, perfect timing. So if I'm just for the sake of that, and that's going to start filling up our jetpack. Obviously, it's not full, but now we have flight. One thing to be careful of, though, is fall damage. Really want to keep an eye out for that, because that's something that will easily kill you. But at least it's not like the old versions of like Tech Hit or something like that, where when you're in the nether it counts all of your falling as damage. So you end up flying around for a while, and then the second you land, you just insta-die. I remember that being a massive problem. These uranium seeds are getting to the point where they're almost 10, 10, 10. I really want them to get there. I mean, I'm not sure, but that might be the last resource crop that I do, just because I don't use a large amount of any other. Oh, that's done. I need to start making slag so that I can get some of the upgrades. I can't remember specifically which one I need the slag for, but oh, it was the secondary sieve or whatever it's called, where it gives you a better percentage chance of the secondary output from the pulverizer. So I need rock wool for that, which is just cooking slag. So I'm going to need 8 slag, and one of the easier, cheaper ways of getting slag is to just take pulverized metal and run it through an induction smelter with sand. Now, how are you? Screw it. Good enough for right now. It's a 25% chance. Come on, give me one. I just want... There we go. Yeah. So, it's not the best, you know... That makes me think I should put the upgrade in here as well. And usually you'd want to upgrade these machines before you started doing augments, but let's see, automated output, I want to leave that one alone. I want to leave that one alone. But I can take out the integrated redstone circuits out of both of them. They're, unless you're doing like a redstone controlled operation, they're basically useless. I mean, I've honestly never had a use for them whatsoever. Oh, this is still filling up. This holds a considerable amount of power, so that's something you'll want to keep an eye on. And I've almost got everything I need. Actually, yeah. I just need that. Awesome. But the next machine I want to make is the sawmill, because I'm tired, extremely tired of getting 2 oak wood planks for every piece of wood. And let's see, an iron axe, easy, easy, easy. Machine frame, I'll have that in a couple minutes. Redstone reception coil, that's the gold one, and a couple more of those copper gears. So, not hard at all. Yeah, we're making diamonds again. And yeah, I've got 7 in here. So, you know, anybody who was yelling at me because I used 18 diamonds for the builder's wand, you know, it's not like we aren't going to get those diamonds back. I think while I'm waiting for the second machine frame to be ready, I'll set up a larger orchard, because I want to do oak, birch, and I think jungle. I'm not going to do spruce. Like, I do enjoy how spruce looks, but I just don't feel that for the house that I want to do that I'll have any use for the dark type of wood that is spruce. Wonder how we're doing for scrap. 11. Please give me some slime balls. Oh, really? New ore miner. Oh, I picked up some copper ore. That's cool. Coal dust, copper dust, bread, apples. Oops, nope, totally the wrong chest. Silver's for food, and organic, or no, this is for organic materials. So, and that is for food specifically. This is for seeds, which I include saplings into seeds, as well as mushrooms, because you plant them, they grow, and then that's how you get more. I have a modifier on this. That's interesting. I think the next one, because I've got the auto repair 2 on it, as well as 2 durability boosters, and if I remember correctly, the emerald, I think, does not stack. I know for a fact that the diamond doesn't stack, but, oh, thank you. I forgot that since the gold doesn't have a secondary output, that once it was done, it would just start doing cobble again, which is convenient. Probably saved us a considerable amount of time. But yeah, I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Oh my, I just looked at the time on this video and realized I went way over the wrapping up point. So I'm just going to leave it off here. You guys know what I'm going to do in between episodes because I just said I was going to do it now. But yeah, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe for more content, and as always, have a good one.